Every now and again, a person will ask me, Breki, how is it that you manage to do all of this stuff? Um, I had a friend ask me this just 2 or 3 weeks ago, in fact, and he was referring to, how I managed to get all my podcasts done and juggle two dogs, the vlog, my day job really, and friendships, and going out for drinks and dinner and so on. And my first initial reaction is, why doesn't everyone? It's not like I have magical extra hours in the day that other people don't have, but I think it all boils down to to two different things. One of them is the choices that I've made in my life. I'm 35 years old and I'm unmarried and I have no children. And it's not because I haven't found the right person, and it's not because I'm holding out waiting for somebody or something. It's because I don't want kids, and I don't want to be married. I don't want to be tied down to anything other than my dogs, really. That I want that to be my one sole responsibility. Everything else should be mine to pick. The other thing is, apart from just the choices that I've made in life, has to do more with, how do I put this? Wow, Bentham is barking. Let me check what that is. I think he saw ghosts, I don't know. Anyway, the second thing, as I was saying, has to do with, and I think I can probably put it best by just quoting other people more intelligent than me. In startup culture, there's this idea where you should fail early, fail often. Try whatever works, and if it doesn't work, then just stop trying it, really. If you want to create the next big social media site on the internet, do it. Just do it. If it doesn't work, scrap it. There's no need to just keep throwing money at a failed project, or time, or attention, or whatever. Fail early, fail often. I mean, there are so many projects in my life that I've started and then just abandoned because they're not for me, or they're just not for the world. So that's one of them. Fail early, fail often. I mean, most of the things that people see are things that I've decided to keep working on. I mean, most of my failed projects disappear quite quickly, so even before they even meet the public scrutiny of the World Wide Web. The other thing is, a couple of YouTubers say always be uploading, or always be filming, or never stop uploading. Dan Benjamin, a podcaster that I respect a lot, he said be consistent, which is basically the same thing. Don't create 3 YouTube videos in a week and then go, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know, maybe I'll just do 1 next week, and then that was fun, so I'll do 2 more the week after. No, just be consistent. Hone your craft and keep producing new things if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. If you like drawing, post a new picture once a week or twice a week, if that's your schedule. If you enjoy posting interesting things on Instagram or whatever, just do that and be consistent in your schedule. I mean, maybe even have like a kitchen timer, or like an alarm on your phone that says, it's 8 o'clock. You should probably post to Instagram if you haven't already. If that's the thing you're doing, just be consistent. And consistency has to do with more than just the schedule. Consistency has to do with your brand, as cliche and ugly a word as that is. I mean, if you keep posting sports pictures and, your exciting life, then people will grow to expect it, and they'll be surprised when they all of a sudden see you posting a picture of, yourself drinking a beer at like a pub or something, you know? You kind of have to lead with your personality, is what I'm saying, really. So find out who you actually are rather than who you want to be or who you want to present yourself at, because it all shines through. I mean, people will spot a phony from miles away. It strikes me that I should probably clarify that latest thing that I said about being genuine. It doesn't mean being unique, because you can be genuine without being unique, and that's something that a lot of people seem to misunderstand in my experience. Let me give an example. Hey, Benton. So back in the days, I started a podcast called Movieing On. It's a show where me and 3 other people watch a movie from 1999 and earlier, and we review it. It's a weekly podcast. We release new episodes on Mondays. Now, a couple of our initial listeners... What is wrong with you, Bentham? Stop trying to... There. Sorry. So, a couple of our initial listeners, they were all like, oh my god, this show is just copying Film Sack, which is another movie review podcast with 4 people. They don't have the gimmick that it has to be from 1999 or earlier, that was all us. But, you know, they have 4 people, and they talk about a movie, so we're obviously copying them. Later, when I created my daily geek culture news podcast, Geek Days, other people were like, oh my god, you're like totally copying DTNS with Tom Merritt, because he also has a daily show about technology news. So, you really can't win, can you? Because people look for patterns. People see something, and they immediately try to connect it to what they already know. So when people see this vlog, they're going to be like, yeah, you're just copying Shay Carl, or you're just copying Casey Neistat. Just like, you know, if somebody releases a gameplay thing, everybody's going to be like, oh my god, you're just copying PewDiePie, or you're copying Markiplier, or whatever his name is. So you really can't win, because people will just immediately connect you to whatever it is they're already familiar with. Until you've been doing it for long enough and you become what they're familiar with, and then they will start looking at other people and think they're copying you. There's a saying that projects will expand to fill the available time and resources. The hallway is turning into that kind of project. I mean, it started off easy enough. Tear down the wardrobes, tear out the floor, put in new floor, put in new wardrobes. But then I realized that I should probably paint the walls while I'm at it. And then I realized that some of the walls have wallpaper and some of them are just drywall, or, you know, rock, or cement, or, you know, whatever the composition is. And sometimes it's the same wall. Like where the wardrobes used to be, yeah, it's just drywall or cement behind them. But right next to the wardrobes, that's wallpaper. So now I'm tearing down wallpaper, which is surprisingly adhesive. Almost done spackling the wall where I need to. So I've also bought 4 samples of paint that I'll be showing you guys a little bit later today. What is it, Bentham? This pup. What? Where does he find the energy? Look at this. Vaping cinnamon-flavored liquids? I mean, it tastes good, but it goes down real strong. Yeah, let me wash that down. So I'm going to finish spackling, I'm going to finish tearing down as much wallpaper as I can, and yeah, that's my project for the day. It's approaching 8 o'clock, so I think it's time for me to take a break. Walk the dogs, have a pizza, And then maybe I'll paint the walls. Yeah. That was delicious. Leftovers go to the dogs. The puppy has peed on the bed sheets, and I'm going out. Laundry tomorrow morning.